Would you like to see the most expensive home and the least expensive home that sold in Needham, Massachusetts in 2022? Then you've come to the right place. I'll even throw in a middle-priced home just for fun. I'm Jane. Welcome to my channel, Living in the Boston Suburbs. Each week I release a video featuring a different suburb or talk about price ranges and trends in our industry. It's July of 2022 and the market has calmed down. The first 6 months it was pretty crazy. But it's calmed down, not slowed down. So I'm going to show you some of the homes that sold between January and June. The least expensive home that sold so far this year in Needham is 5 Grant Street. Now, I like to say that I have walk to town disease because I love an in-town location. And this house does have that. You could listen to the whistle blow on the commuter rail and then leave your house and catch the train to downtown Boston. It's that close. So you could walk to all the great restaurants in Needham Center, and you could even walk to a very nice hospital. So if you chose this home, you'd have to like the hustle and bustle, and you're probably going to hear some street noise. This house has kind of an unusual lot. If you'd like to see the plan, just let me know and I can email it to you. But it's a smaller home. It's about 1,250 square feet, and it's on an undersized lot. It does not have a garage, and it was built in 1914. And if you look at the front picture, you can see that there's some decay there, stucco siding. Inside is some vintage 50s paneling. It actually says in the notes that you'll need to get a construction loan or pay cash. So it's in pretty dire shape. It was listed in May for $699.9, and it actually did not sell at asking. It sold for $629.9, and that closed in June of 2022. But it's got some charm and character from 100 years ago. Corner cabinet, beamed ceiling, fireplace, a little the worse for wear. So you definitely have to spend a couple $100,000 getting this up to snuff. The good news is, if you did do that, you would certainly get back at least your sweat equity, because it's a popular neighborhood and it's a very popular town. And this is a classic, could be almost not quite original oven. The most expensive home that is sold so far this year in Needham is pretty spectacular. I would even say it's the belle of the ball, and it's on Bell Lane, was listed for $4,295,000. And it actually sold for a whopping $4.950. So yes, $700,000 over asking. Whew, that is a big number for Needham, and that is a pretty big number to go over asking too. It's on an acre of land, and it's over 10,000 square feet. It has 7 bedrooms and 9.5 baths. It was built in 2019, so it's just gorgeous. Shingle style roof and siding. It has beautiful copper trim, copper gutters and downspouts. There's an outdoor kitchen overlooking the beautiful private lot, and it even has a fireplace out here. Here's a nice bird's eye view so you get a sense of the estate neighborhood that it's in, surrounded by similar size homes. Really gorgeous grounds. And a pool. A grand foyer that's 2-story with wainscoting and this grand staircase. And I love the coffered ceiling in the living room. Lots of glass with 3 sets of glass French doors here overlooking the lot, and a cozy family room with the stone fireplace making it a little more informal. And here's the kitchen. Beautiful quartzite countertops that look like marble, white cabinetry with these that go up to the ceiling, all custom of course, a gigantic refrigerator, walk-in pantry, and a big wolf range. And here's the office off of the kitchen with tons of storage and file drawers, all custom built. And this is the more informal side, which you come in with your groceries and your kids, and plenty of storage. The dining room is quite elegant with this tray ceiling. And the nice thing about 2019 is, all of the decor is on trend and nicely done. Nothing to do but move in. Now, this home that was empty, it is staged for sale. So if it looks really perfect, that's why. And the primary bedroom has this beautiful gas fireplace with room for a TV and tray ceiling with the recessed lighting. Now, this is actually the lower level. And you can see that there's another kitchenette downstairs. And even though it's the lower level, it's above grade in the back, so you get some nice light. And of course, for your $5 million, you'd expect to have a sauna. So you do. Now, I always like to choose a house that's kind of in a middle price range too, to give you an idea of what's the more median purchase. So I have chosen 140 Laurel Drive. It came on the market in April for $1,785. So $1.785 million. and it actually sold. Again, an example of the superheated spring market. It closed for $2.190. Now, normally I would say this is a really strange picture to use as the first photo because I think all of the finishes are so pretty. You can see that it's unassuming and quaint from the front. Here's another angle of the front, but they're trying to show you in the back, say, look, I'm really worth $1.8 million. And apparently they were, even though there was only a one-car garage, which looks pretty tiny. The house was built in 1931. It's a very popular in-town neighborhood, so you can walk to the train, you can walk to the ice cream store, close to the middle school, high school, and the elementary school. And they maintained a lot of the charm on the exterior, but this is definitely for a family who wants that urban suburb feeling. Inside, you can see that they kept a lot of the character, like this beautiful arch in the front door. Also, it sold for a lot because of the trendy finishes. It's funny, it's hard even for brokers to look past decor, but a lot of this leaves with the seller, and that's a pretty bold wallpaper. So here's the kitchen. It has very pretty cabinetry and nice quartzite countertops, double oven, a big Sub-Zero built-in fridge, all the things you'd expect for around $2 million in Needham. And as you can see, it's a very open floor plan, just kitchen, dining, informal living, all in one room, and then a little nook off to this left. Needham has really highly rated schools. In fact, if you'd like more information about Needham specifically, there is a video about that, all about the town. Pros and cons of living in Needham. I think all of the finishes are so pretty. All of window shades will stay. Anything affixed to the walls stays. So window treatments are actually something that my attorney told me when I first started in real estate. Biggest thing people fight over is window treatments. One time there was a purchase and sale document and everyone had a different interpretation of what they meant about the window treatments. And because some people spend a lot of money on them, it can be it's an area where I always try to get as much detail on what's getting left behind as possible. See, here's another pretty window treatment. So anything that's affixed stays. So anything that's a blind or a shade stays. So this lucky buyer got to keep all this. Some of these bedrooms in the older part of the house are not very big, but it really does have a lot of character typical of the 1930s and a very nice primary bath. So there you have it, a snapshot of what you can get in Needham, the high, the low, and the middle. So if you have any questions about Needham or any of the surrounding towns, feel free to shoot me a message, drop me a line, or give me a call. I love to hear from my YouTube viewers. Thanks for watching.